Hello Year 2, how are you? And welcome to today's spelling lesson. Now today we're going to be looking at how to spell some common exception words. So you know at school we have the frames on the tables which have the words in them. Well, these are our common exception words, okay? So we're going to be learning how to spell some of those correctly today. But before we do, let's complete our spelling test for the words that I gave you last week. So last week I gave you 10 words, all of which had the phoneme or in them, and the phoneme or was either followed by an L or a double L. So if you could pause the video now and go and get a piece of paper and a pen or pencil to complete your spelling test with. Okay, Year 2, so are you ready for your first spelling? Well, how this is going to work is I'm going to say each spelling twice, and then I'm going to put the spelling in a sentence. And then if you pause the video, have a go at the spelling, and then come back to the video when you're ready and I will tell you your next spelling. Okay, so spelling number 1 is cool. Cool. Did you just call me? Number 2, always. Always. You're always late. Number 3, walk. Walk. I walk to school every day. Number 4, fall. Fall. Did you just fall over? Number 5, talk. Talk. Can I talk to you? Number 6, all together. All together. How many books are there all together? Number 7, wall. Wall. I want to paint my bedroom wall. Number 8, all. All. All of the children are here today. Number 9, ball. Ball. I went to the toy shop and bought a ball. And number 10, small. Small. My dog is very small. Okay, so that's the end of our spelling test. So if you could get a pen now to mark your spelling test, and when you finish marking it, mark it out of 10. And then you can either send me that mark that you've got, or when we're back at school, you can tell me how you got on. Okay, so number 1 was cool. Okay, so we've got a double L. Then number 2, always, with a single L after the A. Number 3, walk, with a single L after the A again. Then we've got fall with a double L after the A. And number 5 was talk, with a single L after the A. Number 6, all together, again with a single L. Number 7, wall, with a double L after the A. Number 8, all. Number 9, ball. And number 10, small. Okay, so wall, all, ball and small. The last 4 spellings all have a double L after the A. And remember, I told you if there's a double L after the phoneme or, you'll normally find that at the end of your word. Okay, so well done for completing your spelling test, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you got on. So now let's move on to today's learning. So as I said, we are looking at common exception words today. Now, common exception words do not follow the patterns and rules that we have learned so far. They are quite tricky to spell. So let's have a look at some of our spellings for this week. So we have fast, last, class, grass, pass, plant, path, bath. Okay, so there are some of our spellings for this week. Now, what do you notice about all of these spellings? Well, yes, can you see that the A is in bold? So all of these spellings have an A in them. Now, I just read them with using a short A, okay? So I said fast, last, class, grass, pass, plant, path, bath. Okay, so that is with what is called a short A. But you can also read these words with a long A that sounds like the phoneme R. So fast, last, class, grass, pass, plant, path and bath. Okay, so some people say it with a short A and some people say these words with a long A. And It just depends on your accent, okay? So some of you might say it with a short A, some of you might say it with a long A. There's no right or wrong way of saying these. You can use a short A or a long A. But if you do use a long A, when you say R, when you say these words, you need to be a little bit careful because the phoneme R is usually spelt with the grapheme AR, the digraph R, like we can see in March, M, arch. So the phoneme R is spelt with the grapheme AR. And then we also have star, which has the phoneme AR, but it is spelt with the grapheme AR as well. Now, with these words, our common exception words for this week, if you say them with the phoneme R, if you use a long A, you actually don't have the grapheme AR, you just have an A. So make sure if you say them with the long A that you don't spell them with the grapheme AR, you just need an A. Okay, so can you, as I just said, some people say them with a long A with the phoneme R, but this does not follow the normal rule of writing it with the grapheme AR. We just use an A. Now, can you spot another word in this picture that does not fit with the AR spelling rule? So you say it with a long A, but you only spell it with an A. Pause the video now and have a little look at this picture. Okay, Year 2, well, did you spot the word that does not fit with the AR spelling rule? Well done if you did. This word was Father Christmas brings presents on Christmas Eve. So we say father, don't we? But we can hear the phoneme R, father, but we don't spell it with an AR grapheme, do we? We just have it with the A. There's no R after the A, even though we say father with the phoneme R. Okay, so well done if you spotted that. So those are our first lot of words for our spellings this week. Now we also have another word, which is people. Okay, now this is a tricky word and we need to find the correct spelling. So we have 5 different potential spellings of these words, but you need to decide which one is correct. So could you pause the video and have a go at spotting the correct spelling for this word? Okay, so have you spotted the correct spelling? Fantastic, well done. Well, let's have a look. We've got people, got people. Well, if we sound that out, it does sound like people, but is that how we spell it, Year 2? No, it's not, is it? What about the PEA with the E grapheme, like in tea? Well, we do sound it out as P-E-P-U, but is that the correct spelling, the orange one? No, it's not. Okay, neither is the green one. That doesn't look right, does it? What about the yellow one? P-E-P-U. Well, we do have, if we sound it out, it does say people, but it's using the grapheme EY, isn't it? Like in monkey. Do we use that grapheme to spell people? No, we don't, do we? So therefore, the correct spelling is the pink spelling, okay? P-E-O-P-L-E, people, okay? So say it with me, P-E-O-P-L-E. And again, P-E-O-P-L-E. So that's how we spell people. So let's check if we're correct. Yes, well done, we were. Okay, now we have the word people here. Now, one part of this word does not follow the normal rule. Okay, so the grapheme, the phoneme that we're hearing isn't normally spelt as we spell it in the word people. Well, we have P at the beginning, and yes, that does follow the rule. What about the E? So we've got P-E. Is E-O the grapheme that we normally use for the phoneme E? Well, let's check. I don't think it is. Well done, we got that right. So the EO does not follow the normal rule because the long vowel sound E is usually spelt with a single E, a double E, an E and an A, like I said, in the word tea, an I and an E, like in the word tie, a Y, or an EY. So look at all of those different graphemes that we can use for E, but we've chosen in the word people to have a completely different way of spelling it. So that is why it's a common exception word, because we spell it with an E and an O. So we don't use any of the other graphemes like an E, a double E, an E and an A, an I and an E, a Y or an EY. We use EO, okay? Now let's just check the P. Well, the P does follow the rule again because we had that at the beginning of the word, and all at the end, well, that does follow the rule. So it's the E and the O that you need to be careful about when you're spelling the word people. Okay, so here are this week's spellings to practice. So you've got fast, last, father, class, grass, pass, plant, path, bath, and finally people with the E and the O. Now, as I said earlier, be careful if you use the long A, the R phoneme, to say the words fast, last, class, and grass, because you need to make sure that you are not putting the AR, you're just putting the A. So what I'd like you to do is have a little practice at spelling these words. So like you do every week, you have this table here, and you will find this on your resource, Year 2 Spellings 5th of March resource. Okay, so have a go, cover up the words, have a go at writing them once, then check. If you've got any of them wrong, write the right spelling next to it. And then a couple of days later, have a go at the next ones. And then a couple of days later, have a go again. Okay, and I would like you to also have a go at writing some of these spellings in some sentences, because the more you practice writing them, the better you'll get at them. So I've put, please don't walk on the grass, using the spelling grass or grass if you say it that way. Okay, now you will be tested on these on Thursday next week. So we always have our spelling test on Thursday, and that will continue when we go back to school. So make sure that you have learnt these spellings for next Thursday, and you'll be tested on them at school next week. Okay, well, have a lovely rest of your day, Year 2, and I will see you next week in our next spelling lesson, which we'll be at school for. Bye.